starting soon. Hello. Okay, I'm making sure that it hears my voice. I'm going to stare at Stacy until I hear the music stop. Okay, now I need to say hello to people. Hello, Paul Bennett. Seth Ashley, the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. Scott Colhart, good to have you with us, sir. And then... Larry Hughes, Michelle Schulte, Cripps, good evening to you, sir, as well. Sons of Wayne, John C., Ken Leggy Tharish, Ron Sheps, Line Cook Thor 2006, Jamie Paxton, longest name on YouTube, Mike Cherzanowski, Rodney Pope, Rob O'Brien, Hoy Taunt, Tom Everard, Carol Gordon, Dave Jennings, Hugo Portier, Lette, Icy Monsters, A Robot, Love for Tink, Jeff Bull, Lanny Williams, Angel Perez, Ike Camacho, Robert White, Jennifer Pugh, Jake Juno Kazowski. Did I say that right?
California.
I said that right. That's California Jake, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. Al Matra R.
Ba, ba, ba.
Jennifer Pugh, Pugh,
You already missed it that time.
and Mike Manning. Edson Juice, Ross Reichert, Mitzi CV, and Jeff Bull. Okay, Jeff, I'm sorry that you're stuck somewhere with crappy internet.
California Jig confirms.
Terrible.
Facts. California Jig.
That is no way to live. Crappy internet. So let me just. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so now you have the button.
I have the power. What do you need?
Well, I'm gonna move phone cam over here.
Okay. Like Thor says hi, Rue. And also hi to me. Hi.
Every time I pick Rue up from somewhere, I want to go, "Hey, Rue, get into my car." Remember that song?
Get out of my dreams.
Rue gave me a dirty look.
I did not. I gave you a confused look.
Or you had broccoli stuck in your teeth.
Could go either.
It was the same look. Oh, I'm going to heat up the Wolfman's pipes.
I hear that, bro.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, I can't wait to see this finished project. So excited. Rue, you're right in front of the camera.
If Rue does that.
Yeah.
If this catches on fire, go to pitch. If this catches on fire, then this is the opposite of what pitch normally is. That's okay. Put that camera down so it's hitting here. Just a minute.
Ken Zuri says, Stacy and Rue, how do you do? Jeff Bull says, yes, I know. Hugo says, hi, Stacy, hi. Sons of Wayne says, it's the man bun.
If
It's not a man bun.
If this catches on fire, like the pants, the foam, all of it, your job is to pick it up and run out the door with it. Because we don't want it on fire in the shop.
Yeah.
I will get out of your way. I will probably go first and open the door for you.
Edson says, hello, Rue. Of course, Miss Stacy. Hope you're doing okay. Grey House Haas says, nice to see you all. Hoyt says, hello, Stacy and Rue. Hugo says, hi, Rue. Paul Bennett says, we'll come back later. Jeff Bull says, welcome back from your trip.
Thank you. It's a good work trip. Did a lot of good work.
Why don't we tell them what we're doing?
Oh, we're heating up the Wolfman's pipes. So the Wolfman stands at an angle that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of. I want him to be more upright. And these pipes were bent a little bit the wrong direction. They have a curve in them, but not enough of a curve for my tastes.
Hello, Scott Colhart.
That's probably
says,
it.
like, share, and subscribe.
Now I'm going to grab the spray bottle full of water. Not alcohol.
California Jake says, hopefully it doesn't catch on fire.
That's my hope too, Jake.
Cool.
The Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, are those pipes made of PVC?
I believe this is actually polyethylene. which is a very different type of plastic. PVC is polyvinyl chloride. Polyethylene is not polyvinyl chloride.
PE2.
Not. Having the first one gone so well, now I have way more confidence that it will not catch on fire.
Here's
On fire means a fire bigger than a 2-liter bottle of soda. Smaller than that doesn't count as a fire.
No. Smaller
it's a
than that.
flare.
We put out
Lewis McLam says, hello, glad to see y'all back. All safe.
Okay, and you have to move that cord. Turn around. Well,
Whoa.
stop cord. Pull the cord. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. When you moved it, you did not
I
manage
did
the
not.
cords. Rue hates things that are plugged in.
I
Boys
do.
Haunt says, fire's cool.
He hates it with a passion. I don't know why.
Reasons.
I want him to like things that are plugged in. Okay.
John C says,
Okay.
don't let Shannon know. Well, y'all
That should be set.
nobody tell her.
And now we hope that we didn't kink it so much that it sticks up unnaturally. Yep. But it'll make it like an inch taller if we did.
Jordan Ezel says,
Also, wouldn't be terrible.
smoothie, smoothie, switchy, switchy.
Squishy, smoothie, smoothie. Love that.
All right.
That's better. We did it. He's leaning back a little, but that's okay. He kind of needs to lean back a little for his head to be straight. That's great. He was just looking down. Okay. Here.
Love that he has a blue 5 o'clock ship.
Glue a clock shed.
Field Blocker Mass says, hello from Scotland.
Hello, Scotland.
I love Scotland.
Oh,
We're going to do that.
no. Gray Hawkins says, hi.
Hello, Gray.
Hi, Gray. Do your homework.
I did with
So there was a young lady named Autumn at this training, and at one point in time, someone had a camera and they buzzed it past Autumn, and she stuck her tongue out and made a peace sign. But Autumn is like, how old was she? You think? I have no idea how old kids are.
that. There's a whole set of photos. That every photo, she's doing the peace sign and cocking her head to the side.
Yeah.
Jordan Ezel says, Rue, let me guess your son's name. Leland.
You're correct.
No.
Nailed it.
Jennifer Pugh asked, is this wolf for the Monster Museum?
Yes, it is.
There's a great big, a very large clue to my son's name on camera right now.
Shirtless. That's it.
Not sure.
That Wolfman shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Right.
Mike Camacho says, I'm having the hardest time removing my head mold from the clay. LOL, I need to drink more milk and less Modelo's. Is there a time frame that I have to remove it, or do I need to do more push-ups?
Well, is the clay, what kind of clay is it? Monster clay or wet clay? Water-based or oil-based?
Grace says, I can't stay long because I have a 4-day week and school decided to give me so much work. AP is a lot less glamorous than it seems.
Great, get to work. You're not here for the glamour. You're here for the solid grades.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, your son's name is Wolfman?
I won't, man.
If that were true, I would want Rue to be my dad.
Kind of wish my son's name was Wolfman right now.
But Jordan Ezel says, make sure it is a car loft.
Not.
Why don't we get you a brush too?
Wed, water, and I pledged it too.
Okay. Then you'll be fine. And you have all the time in the world. Get the other part of this. This is for me.
The other part of this is a giant thing.
Flip it over. Use the bottom.
You get your own. This one's mine.
Realm says hi. What you working on?
A duck.
Making a duck.
Yeah, we're getting this duck ready to go to the Monster Museum. Hey, Rue.
Monster Morgue tutorial says hi to all. This looks awesome.
Can you find a place to stand that isn't in between
I was just finding
the
that.
camera?
Ken's the reason I know his name, but not gonna say. Has Monster Morgue tutorials joined us before?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you'd like to give out fist bumps like they're candy, I guess you can.
I'm doing it right
Okay.
now.
Who's that for?
For Monster Morgue tutorial.
What about that psychotic circus of Savannah? I don't recognize that
You don't?
I
one.
feel
No.
like I've seen that.
Okay, so Psychotic Circus of Savannah actually had a YouTube video recently that I was in. Because they came out and they actually bought the chainsaw prop that I made for YouTube Wednesday.
Nice.
So all of you guys who are watching now, go ahead and pop on their YouTube channel real quick. And either give it a subscribe or make a note to watch that video later.
Jennifer Pugh is giving out hints to your son's name.
Yeah.
Gray says, I'm so excited for Ren Fair this year. Jake, California Jake, so I just said, so I looked at all of your masks and I really love them. Also, if I were to buy the Evil Elf mask, could you make it a full mask or not?
Well, yeah, I turn those into head socks. So it's a sock mask is what I do.
Monster More tutorials and the Spack fist bump. Gray says, Stacy, can I have a fist bump for having all A's?
Do you really have all A's?
Big Dog Mask says, hello, Creepers. Hello, Alex, Stacy, and Rue.
All A's is pretty impressive. I think all that.
All right. Fist bump for.
You're a stingy mom. Won't even give a fist bump?
I know.
Jeez.
I'm the worst. Jordan Ezel says, I really like the restoration on your skunk ape. Will you do another conservation?
Yes, I have way more of those to do. I have so much more of that.
them over here.
Yeah.
Gray says, yay.
And I won't do it to YouTube Wednesday. You'll probably see some on a live video, I'll be honest with you. Like, this is what we're doing now. Is we're actually changing up this guy from what he was to what he will be.
Rylan Chow says, hi, what happened to your streaming schedule?
It's been a rough weather couple of weeks. That is all. Like today, we're live on time because we're supposed to be. And if you're not following us on Stilt Beast Live Creepers on Facebook, if I have a weather-related incident, like power went out, was it Thursday? Wait,
Wednesday.
when was the last? No, Friday. Friday.
We're gonna do it.
Friday we had storms and stuff. No,
It was
Wednesday we had storms, and Friday I was actually out of town. I was doing actor training in Alabama.
Monday we had storms.
Yes.
And then Wednesday we had
And
storms.
I live in the country, so when we have storms, that means I don't have internet. Or often electricity.
Rune, should I move this to the side?
Who hates the camera?
They keep moving.
Love for Tink says, the video was good with the behind-the-scenes tour, too.
Hey, Ru, don't paint over the eye, 'cause that's actually a pretty good paint job.
Well, I already did that.
California Jake says, I had to go back a little because the stream froze. Thank you, Scott Colehart, for sharing our Patreon.
We may not have great internet today. I've been having some little glitchy stuff, but we're just going forward with it.
Susie Gardner says, howdy.
Hello, Susie Gardner.
Hey, Mom, I sent you a message, but did you give me a tripod? Because it was in the van, but I don't know where it came from.
Just don't know how it got
I don't know how I got there. Thank you, Scott Colehart, for sharing our Stillbeast Live Creepers Facebook group. Rylan Chow says, we're at 1,000.
So yes, here's the fun part. We are at 1,000, and I have petitioned YouTube to get all of the rights that I should get with that. I did try to go live from Alabama, and I was not able to. It still thinks I have not met the criteria, despite me meeting all of the criteria. So, I put in a petition with YouTube. and they are reviewing it, so I should be able to go live here eventually.
Jordan Email says, so what is your boy's name, Rue?
Cash.
Cash. His name is Cash.
Mom says yes. All right, well, that's going to become our new shop.
That's
Try
right.
that.
We're going to use it here in the Shopo.
Is that from grandmother?
El Chapo.
Psychotic Circus of Spanish says it's going great today. There's no issues on this side.
Hooray.
Well, this is all hair. Getting so crazy with this, but
In the back, that's just exposed foam. Hit it with spray paint, black spray paint.
Realms asked, where did you get the props from?
Which props?
I suspect you mean the Wolfman.
The Wolfman is the distortions, legend, figures of legend, Wolfman. It is good. I want it to be a little more my style.
Mom says we have 2 more, no dad kept hers. Okay, cool. Grace says, I saw something that said you have to have at least 100,000 views or something for full partner ranks.
No, that's not true.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, what are we painting on Wolfie for us newbies?
This is latex mask paint. The same stuff that I sell on the website. It is literally, I just squeezed it out of a bottle from the storage room. So this is the latex mask paint, which is 1/3 casting latex, 1/3 distilled water, and 1/3
Put that bottle.
latex house paint. It is this stuff right here.
Beast FX.
And this color is pitch black. There's no other black, so I guess I could have just called it black. But that's not very exciting.
Void black.
What if one day I come out with black or black? Don't get inside of the arm.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for linking our paint.
You're right there.
now I get to play
And
it.
as I painted the inside of this arm, it was you too.
You.
Jordan Ezel asked, what other pieces do you need to restore?
All of them. I mean, the museum has been up since 2004. It was in 2004 that I did the first Mythical Monster Museum. So, a lot of things have just,
Aged.
yeah.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for putting up the recipe for the paint. Louis McLeod says, ask Alan what's the best spray paint for a milk jug and EVA foam.
Milk jug plastic is so hard to paint. So I would prime it first with something like purple primer, and then I would spray paint it with the Krylon for plastics.
Rylan Chow asks, for home haunts, do you think a full animatronic haunted house is good for this time?
It's possible that it's good. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. So, it's possible that that's an excellent solution. But I don't know what the problem is. You've asked me if it's a good solution. I don't know what kind of story are you trying to get across. It is certainly, it has an element of entertainment value to it. They also add a good bit of wow because they have high production value in theory. So, but what's the story you're telling?
Jordan Ezel asks, was the 8-pet solid rubber or foam filled?
It was foam filled.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for linking our Stiltley Studios merch Teespring. Riot Demon says, hello, everybody.
Soraya Demon, throw back a bottle of beer. Soraya Demon, run a comb through your cold back hair.
Jeff Bull says, I guess I'll have to catch the rerun. Hard to follow things when the feed freezes and refreshes every 15 seconds. Catch it all later.
Sorry about that. Later in life.
Gray says, I have to go now so I can finish all essays before midnight.
Babies.
Gray, you are a nerd.
Good night, Gray.
Babies.
And you're very, very, well,
Studious.
yes, you're very studious.
Jordan Ezel says, the rubber looks very thin.
It was very thin. Good sculpt, nice piece, but it was very thin latex.
Angel Perez says, I've heard you say flat latex paint in the paint mixture. Can you use satin or semi-gloss?
You can, but it's way less fun. And that's because the something that's glossy nothing else wants to stick to it. So if I much prefer, it's hard to dry brush on something that's glossy. It's like you wax your car, and then the next paint you put on just beads up and doesn't want to stick. So I would much rather you use flat, and then if you want to make it glossy, you make it glossy afterwards.
Realms asked, hey, I've been wondering what you did with the mask from YouTube Wednesday that you cut the ears off of.
Rue cut it up earlier today. He said, I hate this, and he just cut it up.
Yep.
Jordan Ezel says, did you sculpt the foam and paint rubber over it? For the bugbear.
Who asked this?
Jordan Ezel?
Jordan, on the video you're asking about, there is a link of where to buy this in the description of the video. So I did not make this piece. This is the modified piece. Much like the Wolfman that I'm working on right now.
Horror Beauty says, yay for Wolfman. Hey, Creepers, Allen and Company.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, that
Realm says, no, I was hoping you could buy it. Come on, Rue.
No, that is mine.
You want to buy a cut up mask?
He broke my mask. He broke it, my mask. I'm mad at him
Now my wife brings food. Shit, but
Yay!
and a pack to get to it.
That's delightful.
Wow, what a concept.
Considerate, husband. Is considerate.
Take.
Oh,
Oh no, you alright?
What'd you do?
kneecap. Said that wasn't fun. You shouldn't have done that.
No, it's cool. You got 2 kneecaps.
You didn't need both of those, did you? Put down some foam, friend.
Lighter satin. That's fast.
That's fine.
It's just
Would
the
you
back.
retouch the top of the pen?
Yep.
Hi, Camacho says, I'm doing push-ups.
Okay.
Okay.
Get her done, Ike. So, Rue,
Yes.
the spray paint is bad for the latex, so that's why I left it just off the edge. Then we'll go back and paint that edge.
Okay.
Big Dog says he's starting on his Medusa tomorrow.
Cool.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, so, this is the first year I'll be attending Transworld. Any pointers? I've already planned on hitting up numerous workshops. I don't want to max out my credit cards, but monsters.
Wear comfortable shoes.
That's a big one.
Legit.
Wear comfortable shoes, and I would not be too dazzled by the after-hours events. Where you're going to learn the most is sitting in a bar talking to other haunters as you guys swap secrets and talk about what worked for you and what didn't. Just those casual conversations are, I find, the best way to learn things at Transworld.
Do you smoke? A strange question, but do you smoke?
Jordan Easnell says, for all three of you, if you were offered a huge cash prize, would you spend 100 days in the world's most silent/dark room?
Yes.
How much?
Huge cash prize.
It depends on the huge cash prize. Because it's a certain amount of money that I have to make in order to be happy in 100 days. And if I don't at least double that amount of money, let's say triple that amount of money, then I would not do it.
World's most silent, dark room.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be boring as heck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can pay me to be bored. I'm okay with that.
It says it's the world's most silent and dark room. Doesn't mean that you couldn't make noise while you're in
I
there.
have I'm bringing a lamp in my hand.
Guarantee I'd make some noise.
Yeah, bring a flashlight and
Big Dog Mess has got good reference material. I'm off to the races.
Hooray.
Anthony Saletti says, good evening, everyone. Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, I don't smoke, but I don't mind if people do around me.
hanging out front of the Marriott is a very, very informative place.
Jordan Easel says $99 billion.
Pre-midnight, then it gets crazy.
Yeah. Even it's still crazy, but you learn a lot.
There are very few things I would not do for $99 billion, Jordan.
Rylan Chow says, one problem I have with Transworld videos on YouTube is they never list vendor names. So if I see something I like, no vendor name for me.
Right, you have to go.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the struggle with that is that you're not supposed to be filming on the floor, period.
Mm.
Like, that is technically against the rules.
There's a no-no.
People do it, but but they're not supposed to.
You know what? That's just going to be a problem. Yeah.
Psychotic Circuits of Savannah says, I never knew you were not allowed. Eek. I mean, they have signs.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
Jennifer Pugh says, don't burn his nipples.
They have oddly specific.
Maybe he likes work.
Psychotic Circuits of Savannah says, I plan on filming and live streaming. Maybe I need to second guess that tactic.
You'll contact them and apply for a press pass. And if you would like, use me as a reference.
We got you. Jordan Ezel says, for the quiet room, the world record is 60-something hours.
Okay.
Listen, for $99 billion, I'd give it a go. Boyd Swan says, I hope to go to Transworld sometime. Rylan Chow says, wish I could afford a plane flight and a ticket to go there then.
If the world record is 60 hours, then
And 100 days is impressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think these are very well thought out questions, Jordan.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, thanks, Alan.
I think you're setting us up for failing with those kind of questions. 100 days. World record 60.
Plastic Ninja says, hey, y'all.
Is it blurry or is it dirty?
Oh, no. Rob O'Brien says, I was in my backyard today, fireproofing stuff, and I accidentally locked myself out of the house. Fun day. That's a bummer.
Do that.
You ready to focus? Schwick.
Okay, oddly that worked.
Jordan Ezel says, why make it silence directly to fraction?
Don't. That sounds boring.
That was extremely boring.
Plastic Ninja says, Alan, have you figured out how you'll be watching Godzilla vs. Kong?
I have HBO Max. I have it. It used to be HBO Go. I had it then, and now I have it still. I did the figuring.
You making the cool gloves?
No. I'm not making Cindy Lauper gloves. I'm making a patch for Wolfman's belly.
I Macho says, Alan, if I snag some stilts from you, is it possible to get some shoes made for it without having to worry about bipping it?
Yes. Depending upon how the shoes are made, they have to be made the right way.
Rylan Chow says, what do you think of $50 cheap masks and guests on some professional props?
That's fine. And then if you have more money, get better masks, or it's fine. I'm not going to say don't do it. Just do it.
Jordan Ezel says, I use that room for prayer. Plastic Ninja says, I rented my local AMC to myself to see it in the theater alone. That is, like, if I had the cash to drop on it, that's how I would see
Yeah,
it
it's
every
like-
movie.
Out of curiosity, how much was that?
Yeah, I want to know.
You know, for reasons.
Or even just a nice viewing party with
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say.
and 10 of your friends. Plenty worth it.
I know
Maybe.
that like it's fairly reasonable at like Alamo Draft House to rent
Yeah.
a private screening. Plastic Ninja says $200.
Whoa!
See, that ain't bad.
I mean, like to see a movie, it's a bit much by yourself, but
You know what? Honestly, me and Shannon go to the movies at one of the nice places. Once she had a beverage, and well, it was $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
our Tony and I's favorite way to go is like a matinee in the middle of the week. There's like nobody there. Go at lunchtime. You get like do the studio movie grill,
yeah.
pitcher of beer, and
Pitcher of beer.
Ba, ba, ba. Plastic Ninja says
I'll get behind.
up to 20 people. Big Dog says it's 140 here.
Whoa.
Jordan Ezel says it's nice to see the cola/tea in your cup. The orange drink made me queasy.
Well,
Rylan Chow asks, how much would it cost for you to sculpt a custom mask, mold, and paint?
probably around the $400 to $450, depending upon what it is and what size and all that. And who had the rights to use it afterwards. Hey, Rube, would you go upstairs and get me a good handful of that cotton?
So what are you doing with that?
I'm gonna patch his belly. That hole in his belly?
Yeah.
He will no longer have a hole in his belly.
Catfoot says, evening all, glad to see you're back. Texas weather not challenging enough for me to go into the tornado spots.
Right. They followed us.
Jennifer Hughes a handful of cops.
Cotton. I bet the auto caption.
Yeah. Rylan Chow says, if you were to get a custom mask, can you ship out the mold to the customer as well?
If they pay for that. So 400 or so is if I keep the mold and the rights to it. And if you want to have the mold, that would be closer to $700 or $800.
Jennifer Hughes says, oh no, cotton. It's a good thing Ray is gone.
Yeah, chase her around the room.
Big Dog Mass says, with the heat gun on it, messed with Mike. Yes. Jordan Ezel says, my boogeyman, Osiris, is a retelling of the Grim Reaper. He dyed his robe white and converted it into a jumpsuit.
Okay.
Patty Hogarty says, I went to watch a recorded live stream and saw that you're live now. That's exciting.
Spin that camera, Roo, to point at his belly without kicking all of the things.
Got this.
Horror Beauty says, yep, it does. Patty Hogarty, have you joined us live before? Lewis McLam says, how do you make the sound where we can't hear the heat gun?
It is a matter of gating. The microphone has a gate on it to protect ears from loud noises.
I want like a little pop-up text button that we can push when we heat gun.
Rue,
We know.
when you were painting, you missed a spot. You forgot to paint all of this.
Oh, weird.
Can you finish your job, Rue?
How dare I? Jeez.
Realms.
It's just not a little spot either.
Right. You should have
Reynolds
seen that.
says, so I got in a big project today. I see the 5-gallon bucket and Loctite foam, and I start making a big grabber puppet, and I made the hands at the start of the head pass.
Yes.
Plastic just says that's a hell of a belly button issue right there.
It is indeed.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, how do you enjoy the live streaming platform you use? I need to step up my live stream game.
I'm on OBS, and it works pretty well. It does work pretty well.
It is pretty much the industry standard.
Some people recommend Streamlabs OBS, but I do not stream on Twitch, and I don't do game stuff, so some of what they are specialized for is not me.
Realm says, yeah, head, and it looks like a tiger. Sorry. Mrs. CB says, I was getting dinner. Did I miss why Wolfman had a hole to begin with?
It is just, okay, because I'm pretty sure that this body is the same body that Distortions uses for Rockin' Grandpa. And that is where the window wiper motor goes. Why did your mother type up, Mom?
I think that's what she calls the stuffing that you put in. Mom, I'm going to need you to clarify.
They go a lot of ways.
I know. Ryan James says, congrats on 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
So very blue.
Blue Fairy says, tickle, tickle, tickle.
Can you hand me some more of that black train so I don't have to walk back and forth across cameras a bunch?
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, so this guy will be animated?
No. He will not be animated. This is a statue. But the body that Distortions used is used for many things, some of them being animated.
Big Dog says, smash the thumbs up button, please.
When this guy is dressed, it's not a big deal, but I did not want him to be. I like my Wolfman naked.
Do you see that joke floating around Facebook? The what do you call a werewolf on YouTube? It's a like and subscribe wolf.
A like and subscribe wolf. That's funny.
Ryland House, is there any way to request for you to paint mask blanks? Some mask blanks do have a full painting listed.
Okay, so mask blanks that are painted, we just call those masks. So most of the yes, and you can always email us right through the website and say, hey, I like this blank. Can I get a painted one? And then we will charge the painted mask price.
Oh, belly button fluff. Oh, belly button fluff.
All right, noted.
Sure.
I am discovering that our family has a lot of like familial colloquialisms, like stuff that is specific only to our family that other people are not aware of.
It's black enough, right?
Oh,
No, it's not. Brian.
hey, weird. I have a gift for you. If only I could have some more toys.
Ah, but yes, we do paint mask blanks all the time.
Alan, you gave me more toys than you stood on it.
Helping. Don't get too close. You could pop that latex. It's pretty thin.
It's easel like the thing you put art on? Okay. Just gonna call you Jordan.
What have you been saying? I say Jordan Easel.
Let's say Ezel.
You say Ezel like he's an alien.
Mike Cherznowski says that's body work.
Yes, it is.
Plastic Ninja says I like my Wolfman naked. Sounds like an awesome gay bar.
They know how to have a good time. I'm not sure there's a bad gay bar.
Yeah.
They know how to have fun. They like to party. I shall call this the Wolfman of Unfortunate Pants.
Give that boy a drawstring.
I'm gonna hot glue him up in a minute.
I like the pleats in there.
You gotta save your butt.
And now we're just kind of oddly staring at the Wolfman's belly.
Jennifer Pugh is always keeping an eye out for new potential merch. I like when Wolfman naked.
Oh, Jennifer.
Jordan says gay bars, so if you eat this candy, I'll be attracted to men. Sorry.
Like a candy bar.
Yeah, but
I
gay.
get it. I get it. Some people think that happens. I'm going to blame cream corn. That's what it is.
The psychotic circus Savannah says, so we'll be adding a full body of fur on this live? So intrigued. I always thought doing something like that would take days or weeks even.
Not today.
Ryan David asks, is he going to the Monster Museum?
Yes, he's going to the Monster Museum. And you know what? For a professional who really has high standards and cares about what they do, it would take days. However, here at Still Beast Studios, I'm going to knock this sucker out in an evening.
Ryan David asks, is he going into the Monster Museum?
Yes, he is.
Big Dog says, should we tell Ruby missed a shot right in the belly?
I'm going to cover it with hair. It's fine.
Ryland Chow says, if you get a full body costume order, can you document how to make / paint it? Wondering how full body costume / latex suits are made.
I normally do it live, but I mean, I've already got videos doing that, so yeah.
Plastic Ninja says, you're thinking of Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
That only if they were a bar, though.
Right?
Like they're not a bar.
Rubber Brian says, wait, I hate cream corn.
They're well now. See that whole process, it changes your taste receptors.
Jordan says, cream corn will make you gay.
Yeah, yeah. You heard it here, folks.
Yes, thanks. Only takes one can.
But apparently, it's only the Del Monte brand. Scientists have figured out.
I give that 2 days before it's a legit conspiracy theory. Jason Harris says, hey all.
Jason Herr, are you here a lot? I don't recognize your name. Are you new? True.
Oh, Brian says, we're going to cream corn in your belly.
You're not even looking where you're. Yeah, you're on your. He is on his phone while he's gunning a Wolfman. Jennifer's already concerned you're going to burn his nipples.
Jordan says, no wonder my gym teacher was handsome. Ryland Chow says, I was looking at Dark Hours behind the scenes video and I saw you guys make a dragon suit with foam. Can you do that with any costume so you can skip all the big sculpts and molds with latex?
You can, but you're going to get build-up results. It just doesn't look as good as something that is purely sculpted and molded for that purpose.
Jason Harrison has spent a few months. Welcome back. You
get a fist bump.
food.
So one night I did a fist bump and it stuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, now there's a big orange fist on the screen. What do I do?
Well,
Like you do. Didn't I grab a Dr. Pepper?
I don't know.
I think I did. I don't know what I did with it.
Ross Rickard says, Rue don't burn his wear boobies. Wear boobies. Sorry.
I did not grab a Dr. Pepper. I grabbed sweet tea.
Uh-huh.
That's the jug of it over there.
I'm not sure that sweet tea is still good.
Yeah. Might be questionable.
You gonna try it?
Give it a shake.
Wait, are you looking for chunks? Is that like a telltale sign?
No.
Yes.
It's not milk, right? Like,
Well, that's the telltale sign is that it's fuzzy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not fuzzy.
what?
Well,
Did we
you
even
taste
open
it.
that? Like,
You taste it and you tell me how it is.
No, it's
check the bottom. Like,
And yet chunks.
and yet chunks.
Okay.
gross. Thanks. I hate it. Bloody FX makeup. That's it, everyone.
Hello.
Realms asked, any tips on how to do the big puppet?
This one was never even opened.
And engineer it correctly. Just engineer it correctly. That's all. You know, they're so specific in nature. It's very hard to know what you're doing. Like what kind of puppet are you making? Is it similar to the one you saw on the video at Dark Hour? And actually, the video that you saw was the Savannah Chaotic Circus video that I mentioned earlier.
Catfoot says, Alan saw a new product in my store today. DAP Rattle Can Contact Cement. Anyone tried spray contact cement? I think it'd be super mess.
I use it all the time, but I haven't used the DAP brand. There is actually a Weldwood brand, and there's a Gorilla Glue brand.
So we got a Weldwood can on
Yeah.
the thing, I think.
Yeah, I use it. It's okay. It's not as strong as regular contact cement, obviously, but it's fairly effective.
Psychotic Circuits of Savannah says, so we start with the matte black. I've noticed you always start with the matte black. Are we putting another coat on, or is it silver? It seems silver.
This is a dark gray. It looks a little silver right now because it's wet.
It dries darker than it goes on.
Mom says, Rylan Chow says, how about getting a foam core and sculpting a small patch of skin texture, then glue the skin texture on the foam core and make it seem like a full latex suit without all the big molds?
Yeah, I mean, I do my suits with plate molds normally, so all my molds are big and flat. So it's not like it's not really a ton of work. You just have to kind of know how to do it ish.
Rylan says, I'm making a big rabbit.
I would have to see your plans to give you any tips on it. And now my assumption is that you did not make up any plans.
Painted on the abs.
Painted on the
This is how I hit the beach right here. Suddenly, I am ready for summer.
Jennifer Pugh says, I'm gonna turn in. Good night, Focus Crew and Creepers.
Good night, Jennifer. Pew, pew, pew.
Good night.
Buenos noches. Angel Perez says, my son Alex says hi.
Hello, Alex.
Not straight at all.
Maybe he had cream pork. Second round is straight enough.
Tim.
We'll get there.
Just draw your line.
Well, this is the way the line goes.
Right.
Wow. Really good time I actually turn on the air conditioner? I did. They were both going. At one point.
Psychotic Circuits of Savannah says, this Wolfman is ripped. Abs for days.
You always turn off ego,
Wow.
and over here, you have it on energy saver mode. We don't do that in Texas.
Good night, Mom.
Got it.
Mom says no.
Good
There
night.
we go. Okay.
Rylan Chow asks, where do you get most of your masks for Dark Hour?
We make them. I make them. We make
In-house.
them. From the shop at Dark Hour. I went around buying most of my masks. I think I'd be a little bit of a hit.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for linking the Psychotic Circuits of Savannah's YouTube.
Hooray! All right, Rue. Have you put hair in a bunny before? Do it. That one. White.
That one? White?
Yes.
There is fur already
It's already cut.
sewn together for that.
Yep.
I don't know where it is.
It's right over there.
Scott Kohler, you were a badass moderator. I'm glad you're here. Well, hi, Shannon.
Hello, wife.
Yeah. Owl, probably. Owl's the important part. Something, reading something from old today.
77 creepers joining us for
Cool. That's a lot of creepers.
indeed.
It's creepy.
Big Doc says, hello, Shannon. Bye, Shannon.
Yeah, that's how she rolls.
Bye, Shannon. Bye, Shannon.
She's quick like ninja.
You don't have time for my shenanigans.
You got with your shenanigans all week.
There's people to feed.
No one. Watch. Yeah. It's quite full of shenanigans.
Some people pay extra for my shenanigans. Thank you very much.
Scott, are you coming to Transworld? Plastic Ninja says, can confirm. She's a ninja.
So this is just a big blocky muscle paint on here. That way I can put the hair on pretty thin and you'll still get some definition through all the hair. So I went with the darker gray and now I'm going in with the lighter gray.
Scott says he doesn't think he's going to make it this year. Boo. We'll miss you.
Next time, brother.
When we're totally through with the global panini, I'll hang out. Realm says, you would be right because it wasn't going to happen, and then 3 hours later it was there, so no plans.
Aha! And these are just real rough sketches because all I'm trying to do is give a hint of elevation in here. This sculpt actually doesn't have any. It has some, but it's pretty minor. I can just go in and feather that out. It's all one color of paint, but I'm getting lots of tones and shades and effects with them.
Plastic Ninja says, I'm not quite comfortable with a crowd as large as cons this year. Are there any monster cans in the works?
Yes, there are. Email my wife and she will tell you all about them.
What about Dilpy
Monster
Studios?
cans.
Thank you, Shannon. You're welcome.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thanks, wife.
Realm says, so what do I do? Because I have no clue what to do now.
I don't know. I mean, make it cool. I don't know what you're building. I don't know what you've started. I don't know all your materials or your budget. Help me help you. I know you put up a bucket. That sounds like a great start. That's what you told me. And you said it was inspired by the one you saw at Dark Hour, which did not involve a bucket. Therefore, things have changed.
Never mind.
Stacey, you're missing a bunch of comments.
Am I?
No.
Am I really? No.
Email the Shannon.
Jordan Bunce says, hello, Alan and crew.
Hello.
Hello.
Comic-Con just announced they'll be having their convention in San Diego this year on Thanksgiving weekend. So many folks are not pleased.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know when it normally is. I don't know how big of a date change that is. That is pushed back quite a bit. I'm a little surprised that California's going for that. California has been pretty tight, by my understanding of their regs and stuff. So interesting.
Ken Zaree says he looks like a Wolfman from the movie Underworld.
He does.
Patty Hogarty says, I was very interested in Monster Camp and inquired about it, and Alan replied, thank you. But I thought better of it because I got very sick and now I take oxygen everywhere I go.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully you'll get better.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says Comic-Con is usually in the summer. Cat Swift says normally it's mid-July.
But you know what? If they want to limit people, putting it on Thanksgiving weekend will do that.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says I was born and raised in San Diego. It's a huge difference. Patty Hogarty says, so I was bummed the Monster Camp probably wasn't going to happen for me, but now you're streaming live and I get to learn from you all the time.
All the time.
Realm says, can I send you pictures tomorrow if you don't mind? And I've made the hands and the head, so yeah.
I don't mind. Now, originally, I was going to actually airbrush this to reinforce those muscles, but I don't think I need to.
You're going to lay fur on top of it.
Hair, not fur.
Love
I see you, Rube.
You see nothing.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll airbrush the face, but I'll do it after. Okay.
House, what's your advice for a home box with not much space but still wants a good length, for example, only a driveway? Or a good length font, for example, only a driveway.
I mean, it's tighter and more corners. I mean, that's how you add length to a show. You increase the amount of, tight turns and make it darker. If you want a real long show, make it super dark because then people can't see well to move fast, and that slows it down, thereby lengthening their experience.
Mimi says hello.
Hello, Mimi.
Plastic Ninja says email sent. Big Dog says Rue, such a funny bunny.
I'm not.
He's a funny man bunny.
Should we swing one of these in so you can see what you're doing?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know they can't.
Yeah. Let's see. Get your tripod.
It'll get around. Oh, they can see what I'm doing.
Well, we can now. When you're not sitting in front of us.
There we go.
Cat Swift says, Rue, how much fun did you have killing Alan with the samurai sword?
That was enjoyable. I'll admit. My samurai sword hand. I was gonna lop off his head too, but he was too busy having fun dying.
Well, I was actually giving an example for the exercise we were doing.
Exactly, and lopping off the head probably would have
Made a
made a problem there.
That is such a fun exercise, though.
Useful.
Fun and useful.
It was a very, very good group.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, so where are we getting this fur from?
So this is from a place called the Woolery, and this is caracal wool is what this is. Caracal wool. It's actually wool from a type of sheep.
So this is a Wolfman in sheep's clothing.
Wah, wah, wah.
Eat your soup, Stacy. Eat your soup.
Yes.
Don't talk to me.
'81 creepers with us right now. Lisa Arendt says, just curious about your acting class. Was that for a year-long haunt?
No, they just have a staff that can get together in March. A lot of haunts keep in touch with their staff throughout the year. So that's just one that had its performers, kind of ready to go.
Mike Murphy says, hello, maker of monsters.
Hello, Mike Murphy.
Makers of monsters.
Maybe he was just saying hi to me.
No, he doing this. I read it wrong the first time. Cat Swift says, silly question. Why doesn't Ellen move the fur and the silicone closer to the werewolf rather than walking back and forth?
Because the same reason why you just don't. This is the best flat surface.
He's getting his steps in.
Yeah, this is the best flat surface. And it's like 2 steps away.
And yeah, could move it, but that would involve
I'm just
moving a lot of cords.
Yeah, there's cords in the way. It RMRs.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, does this wool kind of sound similar to like women's hair extension? It seems to be like with free-flowing strands of hair.
This is just hanks of hair. This is
Here, I'll
Wool.
show the bag.
yeah, show me bags. Don't get it in that paint.
I will not get it in that paint. Also, will not bother with the phone. This is the bag of caracal wool. He's pulling off little snips of.
Comes in that rolled together skein, but you can pull off chunks
Snipping off bits.
really easy.
Rylan Chow asks, is Reign of Terror open all year round?
I don't know about Reign of Terror. I'm sorry, that's not a show that I do a lot with.
Lisa Arendt says, that's neat. So many haunts have high turnovers, or am I wrong?
Many haunts do, but the good ones normally tend to keep a solid staff.
Plastic Ninja says, here's a left field question. Do you have any experience using digital elements? I've been trying to do a hell portal utilizing an LCD TV screen, but it looks like poo from some angles.
That's because the TV screen is only meant to be bright in one direction. So that is the problem that you're having. That kind of thing is normally a little bit better for a projection, which has 360 viewing without a problem. A lot of monitors and things, they actually have a lot of different TV types and monitors are set up where they're not throwing light everywhere. They're only throwing light straight out at the viewer.
Russ Richards says, I had a girl call our store asking if we sold silicone wool supplies, and I recommended your video on making it from silicone caulk.
Hooray.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the link for the caracal wool from the Woolery.
Also, I want to keep my fingers as non-sticky as possible. So in between here and there, I'm actually cleaning off my fingers and planning my next step.
Cleaning off your fingers. AKA wiping them off on my t-shirt.
Most of my pants.
You should poke your head in there and tell Stan there's food.
Oh, I should. That
Plastic Ninja says, see, I had thought about projection, but I'm not sure how I would do the projection facing up from the ground.
Dig a hole.
Oh.
Dig a hole and use a short throw projector. This is hair. You don't want to eat it. Well, it does smell like sheep.
Circus of Spanish says, I'm very interested to see how you decide to put the fur around his nipples.
Well, why the high interest? You interested in special effects or just enjoy cream corn?
Plastic Ninja says, that's a thought. The only issue being that it's in my front lawn.
Oh, well. Can't dig a hole in your lawn, then whose lawn can you dig a hole in? Texas, we can just say, well, we're going to put in a tornado shelter.
This is not for you.
But it could be.
He's like, listen, a momentary lapse in your attention, and it could very much be for me.
I'm just taking little pinches of hair, spreading it out.
Worse, there's perfectly good like, but no, I'm gonna find this pile of stuff that's fairly squishy, and I'm gonna poke around at it and find where the hard parts are and try and avoid those.
Right.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says FX with creamed corn, a little of column A, a little of column B. Just kidding, just kidding.
It's all good, man.
This is a judgment-free zone most of the time.
Wait,
No.
where should I not stand?
No.
I'm a little judgy. I'm not gonna lie. Now, look, I'm very accepting,
I said most of the time.
but I'm also pretty judgy. I think the most funny side-eye look Rue ever gave me was when he was standing next to me and I started talking about people with neck tattoos.
Because Brew just got out of prison.
Right. Well, at that moment, he was considering going. So,
To prison?
yeah.
For killing Alan.
You got it. You know what's going to be cool after a while, Stacey?
What that?
I'm going to be eating soup.
Yeah,
Rue is going to be herring a werewolf.
that is cool.
That's going to be awesome.
These are good things in life. Soup, getting werewolves hair. It's nice. I missed you guys. It's been a week.
You know what? Yes.
I was like, I'm excited for tonight.
I was setting up the live stream like, am I doing this right? It has been literally too long. But just the weather has been crud here. And I live in the country, so our internet is the broadband internet. So it's shot from a tower to my house. And raindrops get in the way. And high wind moves trees get in the way.
Turns out, when you live in the woods,
Yeah. Sacrifice the internet. Now, Stacy will tell you a story. Wait, Rue will tell you a story about this weekend.
about this weekend?
Yeah. Hit story time button.
Story about this weekend. Blank.
Alright.
No.
Tell them where you went this weekend first.
We went to a haunted house called Aatrox Factory. A very nice haunted house. And we got to teach about 40 of their students. We did some general actor training, and it went, since this was all pretty much second year and beyond actors that we were teaching. We got to do some slightly more advanced stuff and go through stuff quite a bit faster than usual.
Shannon says, tell them how well the Stillwalkers did and how fast they took to it.
I'm getting there, Shannon.
Good night,
We did get to do, after some of that training, we moved on to some Stiltwalker training, which we only did 2 days of Stiltwalker training with 2 hours in 2-hour increments each day. First day we had everybody walking. Everybody was up on stilts and walking around, and we only had one person fall, and it was very, very, very smooth, and we caught them and lowered them very gently to the ground. But other than that, and this was 30 people, around 30 people that were still walking with us. So yeah, one person out of 30, and it was a very simple little slow fall over, everybody grab him, lower him to the ground.
They crumbled.
Yeah. And then we had, but second day it was funny because as we were coming in to go to the class for the day, Alan and I are talking, and we're like, well, so, when we get to the stilt walking class today, are we going to be continuing with, stilt basics and 101, or are we going to try and do some advanced stuff today? And Alan was very much, oh no, we're just going to stick with the basics today. We're just going to keep them just walking around a little bit. By the end of the day, I had people dancing, stepping over railings. They walked through their entire haunted house.
To me, stepping over a railing is basic. That's a basic.
It
a necessary thing.
It is basic, yes, but I was thinking more basic along the lines of just staying upright and walking. And we had some they showed some very, very, very good promise, and were up and moving and doing way more than I expected them to do in 2 days. So I was impressed.
Cat Swift says, story about the drive there and back. I'm sure there's stuff to tell.
It's a pretty uneventful drive.
Almost in a coyote.
Yeah, almost hit a coyote.
Ride review says, am I late? Hope not.
Yeah, we're just about to wrap up. At 10. At 10, we're going to wrap up.
Dennett Birch says,
Oh.
hello, Stiltbeast team. Photos of y'all stilt walking training was awesome. Looked like it was a good time.
We did have an interesting thing happen on the way back at a Mississippi gas station. So some gentleman walks into the gas station, looks at Alan's shirt. He's wearing one of his jack-o'-lantern shirts. It's like, hey, nice shirt. Oh, you're Alan Hops.
Yeah.
And
At a random gas station?
a random gas station in Mississippi.
Truck stop.
That's the way.
Yep.
Shannon Hoff says, Alan scared many people with his horn.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Many, many. We're still looking at me, even though Alan's working.
Working is such a strong word. I'm putting hair on a werewolf. Stop hair on the werewolf.
Give it a little bite. Feeling so strong. The one line that's actually not in it.
Could be. Could have been. Was.
Psychotic Circus of Sphinx says, room eating creamed corn.
Yep.
Well, where do you think you got the joke
My
from?
man bun was the first time.
Tony is having the same problem. His hair is so curly that when I put it up into a ponytail in the back, it looks like a bun. It's so fluffy.
It's so hard.
Yeah, Psychotic Circus of Savannah, we're eating some of Shannon's very delicious potato soup.
And it is, yes. Oh,
It is, yes. Patty Hogarty says, I call my nephew Reuben too.
Oh. Good name. My name's not.
Does that make him angry that you call him that?
Yeah.
You said you call him that, like no one else does. Underpaid of dad.
Lisa Arendt says, this question comes from a good place. Notice no masks during training. Do you think the emphasis on social distancing will be overcome on season?
Alabama was very lax. I did not have them on. It's just hard to hear me speak. And there was like 2 or 3 of their cast members that wore them. Most of them did not. I do not think that the danger of COVID is over, but sadly, I think a lot of people are just over COVID, and
Yeah.
that may be a problem in the future. We'll see.
We tried to maintain a lot of social distancing, but
I think it's getting lax. Not everywhere, but certainly in Texas and certainly in
Deep Alabama definitely.
well, in all the states we drove
They
through,
didn't
too.
care.
A lot of the gas stations we went to, we were the only ones in masks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Patty Hogarty says, if it does make my nephew mad, he hasn't told me.
Okay.
Yeah, we showed up fully prepared to wear masks, and
Yeah, all the time.
that was not what we found. So
Realm says, talking about your horn, I want to get a girl screaming one or a goat screaming one. I think it'd just be fun to have.
Yeah, I didn't want to get arrested that much.
That man, it's a screaming girl in this van.
Right? Exactly.
Where no one calls the cops and says that man has Godzilla in his van. Lisa Arendt says, I noticed during our trip to Hawaii too. Surprised.
wow, to Hawaii, I would have thought that would have been big deal.
I'm trying to go real sparse on the belly, you know.
Well, it needs to be wearing a shirt too, so.
Well, I hair it right.
I thought we had a shirt like
I did. I took it back.
that. Ah, I see. Catso says tonight they announced the super surge in kids getting the virus in Florida after 2 weeks of spring breakers. Sad, sad, sad. Yep.
Sad. Rude.
Yep.
Look at that unhaired werewolf.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that wolf.
You're going to go about this thick. I'll wait till you come over and show me up. I'll show you. About this thick, no thicker.
Mm-hmm.
Just go from here to here and get in this,
I know what you're
and then
talking
do the
about.
other side. Well, about that much, about that distance in between. I've only got 3 lines on 1, 2, 3, so 4 is going to be up here.
Realm says, I mean, for the hearse I might get.
Well, still, you could still be accused of murder.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, so I hear this talk about the monsters. Is this Tom Delvin's museum we're talking about?
No, it's my museum. It's a mythical monster museum at a Renaissance festival here in Texas, Scarborough Fair Renaissance Festival. I have a monster museum there. I enjoy it.
We worked there.
And we work there. We're gonna work there. I'm excited.
Don't go across the middle. Don't go that far. No. Like I said, just go from here to here.
Okay.
I go super thin in here, so don't do that. Pull that off. I go around here, from here over to here.
Okay.
Leave my center abs alone, and leave the chest alone.
Okay.
Then start going up the arms.
Okay.
So good Savannah's mind blown.
Yeah, I've had it there since 2004.
Lisa, I just hope you can do some recording during the fair.
I'm sure I can.
Oh yeah. That'd be a thing.
Now.
1980 says not too late for some body jewelry, maybe a vaccine tag.
They didn't do that in 1533.
Sure didn't.
We'll brand everyone. Safe from plague.
Tag the ear, tag the ear. And I'm not cutting in the middle, I'm just cutting off one end.
I've noticed that.
But I want it longer.
Very, very, very thin.
So, Chase Perry says, love that museum. Can't wait to go again. How do patrons get in? Is it patron and a guest? Right now, we just have it set up for the Patreon member.
Yes.
At the $5 a month monster tier, if you are one of our Patreon supporters at $5 a month or higher, you can
You get into Monster Museum for
Monster
free.
Museum for free. But the tickets are $3 for the Monster Museum, so it's not like it's a.
You will have to message us through Patreon and tell us you're coming. That way we put you on the list.
Or show us your phone when you get there. 1980 says the movie 300 was a lie.
They had vaccine tags in the movie 300?
I'm confused.
A lot of cream corn in that movie.
Tons of cream corn.
I like that that's now our shop.
Cream corn.
Euphemism. Oh.
Wardrobe was pretty cream corn. But if I looked like that, I'd dress like that too. So hey,
Yeah, to be fair.
to work. All the time.
All of the time. You couldn't get me to put a shirt on.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're after airbrush on too.
Airbrush helped define their ass. But
They
they were
have
still
to
there. Yeah. I'm eating soup. It's delicious.
Soup
Big they eat.
for my family.
It's great.
What do you bring up?
That's what Duluth Trading Company pants are for.
It's gonna be longer than that, Rube. Longer hanks than that. Yeah, you're doing it weird. You should.
Chase Perry says, haha, awesome. Did you design and build the sign for the museum you showed on Patreon?
Yes.
1980 says it's looking centaurish.
Just go with
With the
bigger
color.
shapes in general.
Well, the shanks are all kind of one size, and then whatever side is more ragged, cut the other side.
Okay.
That's what you use.
That's how you're getting your big shapes.
And when you do the next one, again, it's like grab it 8 inches up, not here.
Yeah.
Or fight. Pull apart, just like that.
Gotcha.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, so the paint, is it visible through the fur? The camera, I noticed, showed the full detail.
Only really over the abs. The ribs are pretty much covered up. But as I lose some hair, because whenever you do a hair work like this, some of it comes out. I just wanted that definition to be there. And I'll go pretty sparse over the chest. And I'll change the direction some to be a little more like the whirl pattern, WHORL,
Horrible.
of how animals grow hair.
Mike Sonic Woodwork says, "What's up, boss? Been a while since I watch." Hey, Shannon.
Oh my gosh, good to hear from you. Shannon's not here. That is Stacy.
Hi, Mike.
And then Rue is doing the werewolf herring. I'm eating soup. And Stan is here also.
Hey, sir.
I need to talk to you soon, Mike.
Yeah.
For a reason.
It'll be a send a message thing, but I need to just remember to do it. That's why I said it.
Mike and Thor says, "Hi, Stan."
Hey, Thor, how are
I'm Thor.
I'm forward from this weekend.
Mike says, "Yes, you do."
I done did all my talking. Well, credit card talking. I got that part done. I see.
Yep.
All right. You know how to hit us up.
Thank you, Sky Colehart, for sharing the actual link for the Mythical Monsters.
Did you know we had a website?
I did not.
Yeah,
Huntmonsters.com.
that's right.
Was the same trophies as last year?
Yes.
Realms asked, "Does Stan
Not
have on
just-
crazy socks?" And hi, Stan.
Stan?
I don't. I have old-fashioned white.
Boring
Socks.
socks.
Stan gets no camera time. You will not see Stan's face because he didn't wear the good socks. So this is all the Stan that you get. All the Stan that you get. That's it. That's it.
That's plenty Stan for any man. Masato K says, "Hello, all. Hope you're good." Hi, Masato.
What's on your shirt, Stan?
Says you've died of dysentery.
Oh,
Oregon
Oregon
Trail.
Trail. Nice, nice.
Mike on Woodwork says, "Are you ready for Kong versus Godzilla?"
I am ready. I have my HBO Max ready to go. So
I
yeah.
have my stolen password. That's awesome.
I have mine. Still
That's very heavy going on.
I know. It's under the armpit. It's hard to get to.
But
Ken
you're
Zuri says,
raising-
"Stan, what do you do?"
What's that?
Ken Zuri says, "Stan, what do you do?"
Lasers.
He's doing laser stuff.
Lasers.
Reading that sweet, sweet acrylic.
Yes.
Let me come here. Let me show you.
I'm
Yes,
good.
this is
I
what I
want
got.
no. I can assure you, you're not.
No,
Like I see the fruit
I'm
is not really
usually
good.
I'm usually good.
This is. We're gonna put this
That's
in the garbage.
terrible.
We're gonna put this in the garbage. This fur is tired. Okay.
1980 says, "Yes, it's just a coincidence that you were on the road the same week Bigfoot was sighted."
Leftover.
Bigfoot always gets sighted.
Never been in the same place twice.
Okay. Now that's about as thick as I want it. Right about
Yeah.
there. That's as thick as I want it. And you haven't gone far enough back with the glue. Has to go all the way to the back.
Patty Hogarty says, "My daughter has that same shirt, Stan. She loves it, but she's too young to have played the game. Did you play Oregon Trail, Stan?"
Oh my god. I died so many times. You got 3 minutes in and you die. Takes longer for the old
Takes longer to
for
load.
the old floppy disk to load.
Okay, you're still shorting yourself on pulling. Further up. Let it get a full run. That's some more crazy down there, so I'll cut this off about as short as I can. Spread it out before I ever get over there.
Pops on the Tube says, "My son was playing it last week."
Retro.
They have like the mobile version now, I believe.
Come here, Rip.
Patty Hogarty says 5.5-inch floppies even.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There was I think it was Will Wheaton shared a post, a picture
Wheaton.
Will Wheaton, that had a picture that was advertising
Stick your finger. You'll pull it off.
back in the day of a table with 5.5-inch floppies in front of it, and he was like, "It's wild that the memory on this table is
So much
not enough to hold the picture that I'm displaying this on currently." And then there was much discussion in the comments of it might actually have been enough to hold it, but maybe only barely.
All I know is probably about 3 or 4 months ago, I was helping my mom get rid of some of her stuff. She had this desk with all her old computer stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I found a stack of
Now over here.
those kind of floppy disks.
Nice.
They were
They're not
printed
special
drivers.
things,
I
that's what
took
it's
10 of them
Take the pinch
to load the driver, and I said, you don't even have a computer. What are you going to do with
Pinch,
these?
spread that out.
And she said, true mom order fashion, I might need them. I'm like, no, you won't.
That's
Do
perfect.
you still have this printer? We're good.
We didn't have that printer when I was in grade school.
I think it's funny that 5.5-inch floppies haven't been in use in
I think that tripod came over just a bit.
30 years, probably, at least.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't.
And it will forever be the symbol for saving your progress.
1980 says Apple IIe.
People that have never saved anything on a 5.5-inch floppy still know that as the save symbol.
Ditto
Oh,
with
you're here.
the handset for your phone being the dial
Oh, yeah.
button.
Getting so
Showed Gray that dial, the phone, and she's like, "Oh, that's what that."
Yeah, that's what that noise is from. Oh no, man, we had it all. We had the phone in the kitchen with the really long cord. You had to
Oh,
close
yeah,
the
so you
door
can
around it so you
stand-
could get some privacy.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mom was always on it.
Mine was long enough to reach into my bedroom, but only just.
You know, we finally got
Sit
internet.
on the floor next to the door.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We finally
Pulled like a
Tight.
fine wire all the way across the house.
got internet, and it would work as long as the phone, no one tried to call you.
It
'Cause
kick you right off.
the screechy modem just collapsed when a phone call came through.
Rob O'Brien says they're the glitter of the computer world.
Exactly. Oh no, I took them. She didn't deserve to have them. She didn't know what she had. I have them
Nice. For reasons.
for reasons. Wait a minute, kid. You don't know.
What's funny is cassette tapes,
Uh-huh.
like a pack of cassette tapes, new, never recorded on, they go for big money.
It's money. Yeah.
They go for big money now. People want tapes.
Patty over here says, "Who still has floppies they want thrown away?" Lisa Everett says, "I'm old enough to remember listening in on my grandparents' party line."
Oh yeah.
That's creepier than a.
Probably not on my grandparents. I don't think I would have done that. I listened in on my older
It's
sister's
just things that I want to know.
but
There's things I don't know.
it's,
Like I'm not 100% sure what the party line is.
really?
Yeah.
Party line was like if you had a teenager, you could get an extra line to go into the teenager's room,
Really?
but you could listen in on it on the other phone. They were on the same line, so it's just multiple phones all on the same line.
I didn't know that was like called a thing. I thought it was just like having phones.
Yeah.
Angel Perez says, "You know how serious the conversation was about how wrapped up in the phone cord you were? At least I was always putting stuff in the cord." Yeah. Lisa Everett says, "Party line is a shared line with neighbors."
Yeah.
Hey. 1980 says, "If you know what Star 67 and Star 69 are, you're old." Yeah, then I'm old. Rob O'Brien says, "No, a party line was a group of people who shared the same
I remember when 911 was new,
Wow.
okay?
line."
Like, they had a whole big thing in our school. Hey, there's this new thing called 911. And I can't tell you how many people died because they were looking for the 11 button on the phone.
Oh, no.
Yep.
So then there was the whole big campaign. It's not 911, it's 911.
Patty Doherty says, "The party line was a chat room before the internet."
Yes.
Capco says, "Before that, it was several minutes on the same line." It's just the 11 button.
I remember when that was a big thing in school.
Thanks, Stacy.
You're buff.
All right there, puppy. Puppy. She's a puppy. Young pup.
Only like 7 years younger than you. 8 years younger.
So yeah, I was doing a training class, obviously, this weekend, and I told them a story, and I'm like, that happened in 1990.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 1994, and this our bearded man sitting on the left-hand side of the room said, "I was 1 year old," and I called him a dick. That's what I did.
In front of the whole class.
Angel Perez says AOL startup and $500 internet bills is always fun. Yikes.
Okay, carry on, going up the arm.
Did you eat your soup?
I'm about to get more soup.
That's it. Valentine's came in here and got some because the rest of that soup's going to be a risk.
Didn't need a second bowl of that.
Yeah, we're good.
Definitely hit the right kind of belly button.
Mhm. So if we arrange an unofficial meetup of freebooters
Yeah.
in like the hotel bar,
No, you pick a restaurant.
pick a restaurant, okay.
Yeah.
What do we think about like Thursday post?
Most of them won't be there Thursday.
Thursday,
You'll get way fewer people.
and the ball is Saturday,
All is Saturday.
so maybe Friday.
Friday would be the best day.
Okay.
What's going on Friday? Is that City Museum or
That is the Six Flags party.
Six Flags?
I'm good on 6
I'm good on Six Flags.
And so he says, why don't werewolves have extra nipples? You think it'd be like a trait, like a werecow sprouting udders.
Fun story.
We actually had a werewolf witch at dark hour who had 6 exposed breasts.
You guys missed me wearing it at Transworld in
Right.
2020. I was going to.
Yeah.
This year?
I already gave it back to Darker, so.
Fun story. We know somebody.
Yeah. Teats! So many teats.
And we want this wool to go a long way. So we're carefully.
Stretching our
Mike found what works is Baba Lupina. You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you got it. Spelled correctly.
Nailed it.
there. I was like, how?
Well, because I don't have the remote anymore, or I don't have the mouse anymore, and so if it gets lost up there, I have my phone. I thought it would work because I like Mrs. Claus too.
Now I think I'm going to try and do my super deluxe werewolf film that I was gonna do last year.
Oh man, I have so many things I need
Have
to
all
make
the stuff
before
for-
Transworld. I don't know if I have any time to devote to costuming at all.
Oh,
Did they say if the ball is going to be werewolf again?
Werewolf.
it's werewolf.
All right. There you go. Maybe we'll bubble looping it. I had a year to have people know who I am now. I don't know. It's maybe slightly more anonymous last year. Gregory Haynes says, howdy folks, yay werewolves.
Hello, Mr. Haynes.
Yeah, Mike, I liked Mrs. Claus too. I hope that I get to play her again and maybe in a room where I can move around. So.
No, you're in the closet forever.
No, everybody knows I'm bi. It's cool.
Now.
Everybody now.
Robert Bryan says, I guess I need to figure out this ball that you're speaking about.
It's a party.
Saturday night, big dance party, costumes.
Some of us like to try and show off our skills.
It's a costume party. There's also dancing. It's not a dance party.
Kind of turns into a dance party.
Okay, what?
Hi, Shannon. Greetings.
Oh.
Okay, I'm off to pack orders.
Okay.
All stilts.
All the
So many stilts.
No.
Something in the kitchen may have broken.
No, that came on the show.
Oh,
I know exactly which spray gun that came from.
that's hilarious.
Enjoy.
I'm glad that Shannon's cooking remains unimpugned.
Yeah. Untarnished.
Liz McLean says, did Alan make the torso of the Wolfman?
I did not. I bought it for time and safety's sake, for speed's sake.
1980 says, imagine if Dr. Frankenstein gave the monster 2 left feet. Zing.
Don't have to imagine. I've seen Frankenstein games before.
Generally, it's bad.
Been Frankenstein.
Guaranteeing it's bad.
Right. So I will say a funny moment from training this weekend is that there was one exercise where I wanted them to snap a rhythm
Oh my!
because it would have made the exercise easier. As a group, it was the worst display of rhythm I have actually ever seen. It was wonderful.
This was a haunted house
In Alabama.
deep in Alabama
Are you saying you don't have rhythm?
with
Yes.
only,
was.
shall we say, one person of any ethnicity other than Caucasian at the entire house. So it was, yeah.
That's looking kind of werewolfy.
Yeah.
Camera is now so jacked that it only shows this part. For 9:30, I did not get him done this evening.
Rob O'Brien says you need a jug band to help him out.
Well,
It needs.
Mike Hollywood Work says they can't snap out Sweet Home Alabama.
We did try that.
we should have tried that.
Yeah.
They were real bad.
Well, they tried real hard.
They did. They did.
They did.
And it did not hurt the exercise overall, so we let it go.
It just steadily kept getting faster and faster.
Listen, sometimes you get excitable about things. We did.
What's important, Rue, is consistency. You don't want some spots that are real heavy, you know, so you want to keep it as even as possible.
Patty Hogarty says, you don't do minis, Alan, but you're kind of my smart friend. So what can I use to create human skin for a mini Silence of the Lambs scene? It will be in a sewing machine draped over a man.
Hold on.
That sounds awesome.
It absolutely does sound.
Create human skin for a mini. What scale is the mini? What scale mini?
In a sewing machine draped over a man. Okay. What are we calling mini? What scale?
But odds are really good that you could just use saran wrap and paint the saran wrap.
Catsmith suggested baby wipes, not embossed and not used.
I think just painting the plastic wrap would give you a good skin. It'll also it's thin enough to also drape well.
Catsmith says as they dry, they pull and leave wrinkle marks.
Well, yeah, but are the wrinkle marks in miniature? Because it depends upon the scale that you're trying to get it on.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says this is looking so killer.
Thanks.
Patty Hogarty says, I'll add it to the experiments. I'm trying craft paper with glycerin rubbed into it. I like the idea of baby wipes.
To look like human skin? I don't. I guess I'm not seeing.
I mean, I guess also the thing is that in Silence of the Lambs, he tanned all that skin, so you could probably just find some really thin, soft leather, depending on the scale of your miniature.
Yeah. Again, not knowing the scale. I'm thinking like 1/54th scale. So.
Catsmith says we use thicker wipes as animal skins for tents for miniatures. 1980 says I was thinking a flesh tone latex sheet.
Yeah, there's always latex. Yeah, this process kind of creates little piles of hair everywhere. So our main hair is stored over there, but Drew's working off of that bench. I'm working off of this little piece right here. So, and you don't want it all in the same place because it's going to get sticky if it is.
1980 says latex gloves cut.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but Scalio. That's a good pack on the stomach.
Gregory Haynes says, is Wolfie's future to be a prop or a wearable suit?
He is a prop in a haunted house.
Scuba Steve says, hi guys.
Hey, Scuba Steve.
Hello.
Yeah. Stinky sweet here. Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, so is the museum an annually thing, or?
Yes. Well, it's Scarborough Fair. Whenever Scarborough Fair happens, the Monster Museum happens. It is an attraction at the Renaissance Festival.
We open April 10th.
Yep.
And run through the end of May.
Yep. I have not had to solve that problem yet, Rube.
What?
The elbow.
I just skipped it.
Fair enough.
Kenneth Reach says, good night, fam.
Good night.
Body Geek says, greetings and salutations, creepers.
And honestly, I think it worked.
Hello, Body Geeks.
Yeah. When, a good chunk past it. It's too weird, don't you?
Yeah, you're a little heavier than I'd like. It's not terrible, but see how a little thinner. Thin it out. You want to, like, that's a lot in your hand. I cut that.
Oh, this was a brand new
Okay.
pull. I hadn't even grabbed it yet. Yeah, that hadn't even sprung on.
Enter. Don't do that. Yeah, so this bag of wool was about $40. It was $40 for this bag of wool, and it is doing. I bet I've done 10 masks with it, and it's going to do this whole Wolfman no problem. So it's very economical. Although this way of putting on hair takes more time.
Body
Not
Geek,
near as much as punching.
Body Geek says, I come to you from a hilltop out in rural Kentucky. The old triple rural.
No,
Your mom is rural. I'm gonna meet your mom at some point. She's like, I heard all the stuff you said about me.
I tell her. Writer.
regularly.
Dearest mother, the Harridan in the shop is at it again. 1980 says, when Vulcans enter the pond bar, they grow body hair rapidly and become aggressive. Star Trek jokes. Thank you, Scott Kohler, for sharing the Scarborough Renaissance Festival website. Come get your tickets. See us. Join us.
Okay, swap room.
Yes.
Yeah, it's stuff. No,
Through.
I would like to continue.
Go ahead and do this one.
Go to Army Arm.
That way, if we are going at different levels, at least we'll even it out. We don't have one arm done your way and one arm done my way.
He's going to be mangy and stuff.
You have a chunk of loose fur that's going to over here. Okay, thanks. Yes, I'll move this over here.
And when you buy tickets for the Renaissance Festival online, at that same time, you can buy Monster Museum tickets. Yeah, it's like a little pop-up window.
But if you're one of our $5 or higher supporters on Patreon, you don't have to.
That's right.
Okay, now
1980s Panthro. Now you all see it.
Yeah, I saw it actually when I first started painting him. The head is correct. That bald head, the blue gray. Yeah.
Angel Perez says, if you look at your fur baby's armpits and creases like inner elbows are very sparsely haired.
Yes.
Lisa Rent says, any idea when you might do the Zoom paint nights with the mask and paint kits this summer, maybe?
Well, yes, this summer is a very good chance. But I have to get past Transworld. Right now,
did we discuss this already?
I've kind of been scrummed. I've kind of been scrummed by the timing of Transworld because normally I go to my monster museum. No, Transworld happens. I come back and I have a week or two before the museum opens, and now I don't have that. So it's different. Now I'm getting ready for Transworld and the museum at the same time. So, of course, the short, easy answer would be, well, Alan, prepare for the one that makes you the most money. Well, they only make money if I prepare for them. Therefore, I kind of have to prepare for both.
Thank you, Scott Colehart, for sharing our Patreon link.
Yeah, you are. Looking at this, you're so much more sparing with it than I am.
Yeah.
They're not real big. No, he's not.
He is the second worst dog I
Who's the worst, Bella?
Technically, that makes him the second best dog.
That's right. You're correct.
Body Geek says, how about a latex vinegar cured cast of Rue's elbow in the general shape of the monsters and then haired over?
Sounds like a terrible plan.
You just want to get Rue back into latex and vinegar.
That was a terrible plan.
He thought that evening went behind him.
Things happen.
God, that's the night that will live in infamy. The Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, or prepare for the one that's the most fun for you.
But everything I do is fun. Like, that's a great theory, but everything I do is fun. I love everything that I do. I know that I do too much of all of it. But I love everything I do. I don't do stuff I don't enjoy.
We're just real extra. Mike's Hunter Woodward says, we decided last week to go to Transworld. See you there.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah, he's looking good.
Look at that. Hey, look at like a man. Like an old man.
Lisa Arndt says, Monster Museum should have an attached gift shop, trophy necklaces, and your monster dolls, etc.
It does. Yep. We have a bunch of wooden stakes I'm making right now for the Monster Museum because we sell vampire stakes with the Mythical Monster Museum logo on it.
Robert Bryan says, it's all on tape.
Yeah, that night.
The night.
The night that was in it.
The vinegar night.
We're still paying for that night.
Yep.
That latex.
Oh, yeah.
I would have so much more done if it weren't for that night.
And then
The aftermath.
the day after,
The day after. Oops.
where we could have.
We could have saved it. Could have. Lucky silicone sticky. That could have sucked.
Been on the wrong side of sticky silicone too many times.
98 says, thinking if you use the same sculpt and paint it similar and tattoo runes and a man bun, it could be a cool gin.
Well, this is not my sculpt. This is from Distortions Unlimited. This is not my original piece. I'm just giving him a redo.
Body Geek says, the transcriber took Alan's I don't do things I don't enjoy and made it to I don't do almond joys.
I prefer mounds, but I do almond joys.
Because sometimes you feel like it.
Look at me.
You don't.
I don't turn down candy. Like you can tell. But yeah, we're just hairing on up his body and getting to where this will all kind of come together here shortly. And then I'll probably do a little bit of airbrush on top of the hair.
I just really didn't find hair. I was like it took me a second to orient where that camera is and seeing it on the picture. I'm like, what is that? Oh, that's me. Body Geek says, Alan, I had to eat your sugar-free chocolate-covered pecans since you were home last week.
Sugar-free, those are actually pretty good.
I like them.
Mike Camacho says, support Still Beast. Yeah.
Tell us how, Mike.
We do have a Mike in the chat, and also Mike. They think alike.
That just goes in there, but
Just what you were last week. Thank you, Scott Colhart, for sharing our Teespring. Oh no.
Oh no.
sorry, Rue.
Got the splash. Was it frozen?
Yes.
It's ugly. I've done worse things on my phone.
Most phones now are some degree or flavor of waterproof.
I've definitely had worse things on my phone.
No, cut the top
Case
of that
in point, pictures of Alan.
The best part.
Kind of funny, Rue.
It's like, come on, that was good.
That was really good for you.
1980 says that wax scene, 40-year-old virgin werewolf.
Coca-Cola, now with more Caracal wool.
Nothing but that.
Nothing but net. Right.
No one believes you. No one.
Cheney believes me.
Candy
Don't you,
believes
buddy?
everything. As long as he thinks you might have food for him. I'll believe you. Believe me.
He took them, so his pants.
Snip, 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 Sonora. Snipping all the time. Snip, 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 Sonora. Yes.
Snip your body?
Yeah. Beetlejuice worm oil.
No. No. Oh.
What?
Body Geek says you can still see his abs through the hair. Sigh.
That's why I did the hair sparsely.
And it's supposed to.
But then we were hoping for that. Hey, get that away from them.
But you.
No, no,
It's dangerous, delicious. Okay.
no. I'm sorry. I know.
So mean.
Shane's like, wait, what do you get? I ain't got.
Just scritches at this point.
Sorry. I think that's nothing good for you. Other than scratches.
So the first year of the Monster Museum, I had like 5 just like human heads on wax.
Yeah.
I forget what all of them were. They were all the monsters that just had a regular human head.
Yeah.
Like it
This
was
is a centaur.
right. This was a centaur. This was a werewolf. He wasn't changed, but he's a werewolf.
This guy, definitely.
Yeah.
During a full moon werewolf.
He was going to be a problem, I can tell.
They make you take him down, or you just decided
I just moved on.
going a different way.
There's also my favorite museum joke was I had a troll wall. The first one was a common English troll, then there was a cave troll, Norwegian troll, and like 5 other trolls. And the last one was, I told you they were common English troll.
Camera again.
1980s. It seems like the biceps should be a little bit more impressive given the size of the hands.
Well, yes, Frankenstein, I actually had to add length to his arms, and I this one was actually in scale, so I didn't worry about that. But yes, he should be a little beefier, but beefier means you're spending more on materials.
Lisa Arendt says, is most of your Transworld products order only? You have so many items now. You might need more booths.
I have 6 booths.
Funny.
When we were having our Transworld meeting, I called and I had to get another booth. I have 6 booths for Still Beast.
Are most of the products order only?
No, I have a lot of cash and carry, but there is some that are kind of order only.
I don't want to do those headdresses cash and carry only. Reproducing the same ones is not as much fun.
No, it's always fun to make. Yeah. In that case, then, yeah, you're probably okay to do that. Want to? But they're on the website,
That's true.
and the number sold hasn't been insignificant.
Yeah.
So
You mean to tell me that this work as an artist isn't always fun?
yeah,
Oh, God. sold me a bill of goods on the front end. It's actually work. Oh, I don't like it. That's right. Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, Alan, I know you love the more mythical creatures, but would you ever do a clown piece or area at Dark Hour?
No. No. Because you'll have a hard time anywhere in the country finding a haunted house without a clown area. And why would I want to be just like everybody else when every square foot that you have in a haunt is a chance to stand out and be different? Nearly every haunt in the country has a clown area. No, thank you. I'll do trolls.
Lisa Arendt says, wow, that's awesome. Congrats on the expanded booth space.
Well, if I wanted to bring everything I had, that's what I had to do.
Body Geek says, I need a shot monkey.
You do indeed.
100K a year.
I feel like we need to have a conversation about what we're getting paid here.
You would leave that quick, Drew? You would leave that quick?
Are you gonna pay me 100K a year?
No. Yes, you work this whole year, and at the end, I'll give you 100 Ks.
No.
He's gonna set it next to the box of bees.
That's right.
Full of bees. I know this game.
1980 says, could you use hanging hair to trick the eye
Trick the eye to do what?
to make the bicep look bigger?
Oh, well, I mean, it's already fluffed out some by just the hair alone. But also, I think of, if you look at some werewolves, they have a real lank to them. Especially, think about Lupin from Harry Potter. He was a lanky werewolf. So, I don't necessarily mind it.
This could have been a malnourished one.
Maybe that's Professor Lupin.
You have an odd, relatable Professor Lupin story?
Well, that certain naming thing I've been talking about lately. Naming a character.
Huh?
Use your words.
The character I want to name using something similar to Professor Lupin for a character that turned out to be a werewolf. Same kind of. I'm just gonna give up.
Psychotic Spanish is a great point. Body Geek says, well, I need a shop too.
That's it. You talked too much. Now your character's name is Pete.
Oh,
It's Pete.
oh.
Werewolf Pete.
If you're really good the first year, if you're really good the first year,
Oh, you're not?
you'll be dangerous.
Maybe.
What happened to our diversity hire?
We have. It really would make the conversations real fun. But no, actually, maybe. We'll see.
I don't think you should.
Blanket Thor says, clown taxes. Jeff Bull says, I'm back. Looks like I missed a lot.
Mostly because silver. Turns out that my armor has silver buckles.
Yeah. Maybe that's keeping you in check.
Has keeping me real pissed off
Yeah.
all the time.
1980 says, I was thinking Lupin too. Body Geek says, well, Rue, that sounds tempting, but.
He will consider your offer, Body Geek says. As his consultant, I'm going to say, no, don't.
Just because he wants me.
Or just a jealous master.
That's what it is. Definitely not worth it.
Gosh darn it, you're worth it, Rue.
Stacy spoke up because she knew I wasn't going to say anything. She's like, man, Alan's not going to say anything. It's going to get uncovered.
Nice.
We're just going to sniffle and be quiet for the rest of the broadcast. I'll just say something nice.
1980 says Professor Fallis was a real. Oh, I pronounced that incorrectly. My bad. Body Geek says Pete the Imploder.
No.
Only if he is at the heat of the fair.
I didn't know he would implode. He might explode.
That's better. Okay, you're just going to do a hang right there, right? After this
That's a
Good night,
little
Scott
close.
Kohler.
It's close, but it was coming from the armpit, so I'm
Thank you for your service.
trying to make the.
Who are we thanking for service?
Scott Kohler,
Oh,
because he's awesome.
Because he does what he does.
Because he do what he do, and he's going to bed.
good night, Scott.
No, Scott.
Scott.
You can learn to fly again?
Well, it's fly again?
Yeah.
I thought it was fly away.
Fly again. Learn to live so.
Like for years, I say, take these broken wings and learn to fly away. Like, wouldn't you fly away if your
Fly
wings were
again.
fixed?
They were broke.
No.
You could fly before. Learn to fly again.
But like he wants to fly away too, obviously. I think my mic's on the right.
Let him say the birds anyway.
Rob O'Brien says, do I also have to pay for a Transworld pass in order to buy the event tickets? If you're vending?
No. You, Rob, you have a booth. If you email Stephanie, she will send you a link to buy your events. Because you're right. It's very hard to, there's a different way we have to buy them.
Hattie Hogarty says, I mixed acrylic paint with flexible modeling tape and spread it over latex glove material, letting it dry now. So far, I like the translucency.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever got an answer as far as what scale that was going to be.
Psychotic Circus of Savannah says, I think how fit and thin this guy is, it's definitely giving him a unique quality and story.
Now, he looks right now almost exactly like Vermin, who is a Spider-Man villain. Vermin, the Spider-Man villain, looks a lot like this.
It is $9.59.
They're so a lot of hair.
Brick Thunder says, looks great so far.
He's getting there. I think we'll save the head for another day as we are hitting 10 o'clock. I'm going to knock out this shoulder over here.
Rob O'Brien says 10-4.
But I'll have this guy wrapped up pretty soon.
Patty Hogarty says 1 to 48 scale.
Okay. But that's pretty small.
Mike Camacho says, looks fantastic. Realm says goodnight.
Good night, Realms.
Good night, Rounds. Whenever did get this hair on. Recast.
Jeff Bull says, oh, come on, it's only 8 o'clock in Washington.
Yeah, but it's 10 o'clock here.
Body Geek says, I like it. I think you could shave my back and do another one for you.
Hooray!
Let's not say that.
You can shave your own back. That's impressive.
Brick Thunder says foam latex. Question mark? In regards to this guy?
He is not foam latex. He is latex filled with foam. And oddly, that is completely different.
Totally different thing.
Sounds really similar. It knows.
Did it get up in your sinuses? No. No die.
Okay. So now we have a Vermini Wolfman here. Yeah, that's not too unbalanced.
I think he's pretty good.
I like it. Oh. Okay, so, yeah. Rue, say goodnight.
Good night, Rue.
Stan, wife, do you guys want to pop your head over here and say goodnight to people?
I don't know. Can I be on camera now?
Sure.
I see what you're doing.
There's my wife. She says goodnight. Stan, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Stacy, say goodnight.
Night.
Stacy, are you ready with the button?
I'm ready with the button.
And
Doris,
I
say
don't
goodnight.
mean to like harp on you, but I know you're a little AD.
Oh, you're like
HDH.
Yeah, you're an HD. You're an HD.
My ADHD
Yeah.
is in
Hi-
fact in high definition.
High definition hyper disorder.
I'm high distraction.
That's right.
ADHD.
And I say good night, everybody, and go make stuff. You guys are awesome.
Stuff.
Go make stuff. Go make stuff.